Hey, this is Cameron and welcome to the reaction log. Whoa. This came up in my feed, 7 guitarists who don't belong in the greatest conversation. I do frequent the Guitar Circle Jerks subreddit, and Music is Win is a bit of a meme. He doesn't get a whole lot of respect there. So we're gonna show him some respect here today. How about that? Because he put out a hate video, 7 guitarists who don't belong in the greatest conversation. What's the deal with other people deciding who the greatest is? As the greatest, I think you should be allowed to declare yourself as the greatest. A little bit about me. I am a classical guitarist, and I actually happen to be the greatest to ever live. And just take my word for that and don't do any further research and just believe me. And by the way, I'm not saying that because I'm insecure. It's just true. Here's a little sample of my playing. Yeah, so classical guitar, I have only 1 degree, and it's the worst kind of degree you can get, a BA. Going for a master's soon, though. That's all worked out. I'm not going to tell you where. It's definitely not Berkeley, though, if you know what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure Music is Win went to Berkeley. And, Berkeley, to classical musicians, I don't know if you knew this, it's a joke. It's a joke school. Okay, pushing a lot of buttons getting into this one. Without further ado, Music is Win, 7 guitarists who don't belong in the greatest conversation. Let's see what he has.
Every once in a while, an article shows up on my feed that's so confidently wrong.
Confidently wrong? We don't really know much about that here. Or actually, yes we do.
Remember when the Washington Post wrote an article about the guitar is dead? Well, I think they're still alive. Wait.
I mean, I don't want to get into like the art and soul of guitar playing like Santana here. Those guitars did come from trees though. Something to think about. They are kind of dead.
I think they're still alive. Wait, were they ever alive?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, I'm alive.
Wow. Oh, okay.
What about any Watch Mojo list regarding guitar? Those are some of the most popular videos I ever made reacting to those ridiculous lists. Literally.
Those are like your Jacob Collier videos. Nice. You should make more of those. I guess that's what we're doing here. How many views do we have? 500,000 since 11 days ago? Dude, all I think about is decimals and dollars now. So when I see that 500,000, I just think about how much money and ad revenue he makes for just one video. It's a lot. That's like close to my total views for the month. Or, I mean, unless this month has been going poorly, it might be my total views or less or more than. I don't know how this economy is surviving when you can just make so much money just like being like whatever this is.
Any Rolling Stone article about guitar that comes out is usually pretty laughable. Well, another one of these vaunted lists is out there in the ether making its rounds across social media, and it showed up enough times across my algorithm that I thought it would be worth taking some time to look into. This is 7 overrated rock guitarists who don't belong in the greatest conversation.
Yeah, there we go. From the Society of Rock. I like to think that my elitism is kind of seeping in a little bit into the world. I know that my influence is small. It's a dream. It's a dream of mine. I hope that one day everyone hates music, even classical. I swear to God, if there's any classical performers on that list.
By a guy named John from
there won't be.
A website called Society of Rock. Sounds like a secret club where the dress code requires 90% body coverage in black leather and the password to get in is
Power chord.
Every gathering ends with some guy getting mad and storming out yelling, "Real rock died with Bon Scott."
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Society of Rock would have tabs, gear reviews, or at least a tone breakdown somewhere. But nah, it's more like TMZ for boomers with less pulse. As you can see, this is a spicy headline, written with all the nuance of a YouTube comment from 2015. So today I'll be reacting to this article with the proper amount of grace, humility, and deeply passive-aggressive sarcasm. Let's go. Santana's in the crosshairs first. If there are 2 things this list hates, it is melodic phrasing and massive cultural impact.
If we've learned anything from these reaction videos, cultural impact means nothing. It's all about technique and what your strings are made of to me.
Well, Santana loves Dorian licks. What an original thought. I had no idea Carlos Santana preferred the Dorian mode. Incredible revelation there. And aside from that, Santana's tone is so recognizable, it's practically a trademarked sound.
Those, I feel, aren't real reasons to hate Santana. Dude, Santana doesn't belong on the list because his fingers barely work. Am I right? Oh God, I'm gonna get shot, dude. His playing can feel repetitive. I agree with that. I don't know, I might be on this list side. Maybe we should pull up this list and react to that. We all know Santana. We just listened to a masterclass from him. Carlos Santana brought Latin rhythms into rock, and his tone is easy to recognize. But over the years, many of his solos started sounding the same. You know, I go on Instagram Reels sometimes, and I saw a reel where it was this rapper who's been around for a while, and he like uses the same freestyle, at least the start of it, like throughout his career. But it was like 3 or 4 videos over like a 20-year career. And it's like, bro, you realize he's a performer? who like has a set, you kind of have to recycle stuff. You spent time like making stuff up, and sometimes you want to just have the stuff made up already and just kind of go on autopilot for a little bit. I don't know, I just feel like it's not fair to judge from that. Critics have said his work relies too much on one scale. Oh, critics have said that. What other scale are you gonna use? He's not freaking jazz fusion. His playing can feel repetitive, especially in his later albums. Making music is so thankless and honestly kind of pointless at this point. At least making music and releasing it. Because even if you do make good albums, if you make another album that kind of sucks, it's like, oh, you lost it. You can't just constantly make good music all the time. Wow, you suck now. Like, seriously? Sorry, I'm supposed to be siding with the article. Although his early work helped shape a new sound. Although he, like, revolutionized the sound. Some believe he didn't grow much as a player. He doesn't have to. You said it yourself. He shaped the sound while still respected Santana. Dude, I don't respect him. Santana is often ranked too high on the list of great guitarists, based more on name recognition than current skill or variety. Oh, heck yeah, dude. Is he drinking olive oil? Dude, Kurt Cobain? I don't think Kurt Cobain ever claimed to be on any list of the greatest guitar players ever. I'm pretty sure he knew exactly how good of a guitar player he was. Kurt Cobain helped change rock music in the 90s. But he sucked. Though. When I was in high school, I thought Kurt Cobain sucked too. That's the thing, I'm like the classical elitist. I was really an elitist in high school, but an elitist in a really stupid and uninformed way. And I'm not making a commentary on my current elitism when I say that. I think that I'm an elitist in a very informed and smart way. But I used to be dumb. And in 10 years, I will look back on today and be like, yeah, I had it figured out then, I'm sure. And yeah, I used to hate on Kurt Cobain too, because he didn't have good guitar solos, man. Which, honestly, he does. Now, like, listening to Nirvana, like, I would so much rather listen to Nirvana than, like, Guns N' Roses or something, because it's, like, actually good, like, emotional music with, like, feeling. Stuff like Guns N' Roses and all that classic rock stuff, it just does not do it for me. But when it comes to actual guitar ability, critics often point out that he didn't do anything advanced. He mostly stuck to power chords and basic riffs. Yeah, the basic riffs that he wrote, and they became the basic riffs of guitar pop culture. He only plays easy stuff like this. When I play that, it's not the same as him playing that, because he actually wrote the thing. While he was an important figure in music, his technical guitar skills were limited. Some fans confuse strong songwriting with his strong playing. He was really good at playing power chords, I bet. Many agree Cobain didn't belong in top guitar rankings based on his skill alone. Who put him in there? Kurt Cobain would not even want to be in a top guitar list. That's, like, stupid. That's not even what he is. He's just a beautiful artist. He's not a guitarist. Jack White, the White Stripes. Dude, all Jack White does is play Seven Nation Army. And that song's easy, right? It's like one of the first songs I learned. Who can't play that? His style is different and often emotional, but his playing isn't very clean, and his solos can sound messy. Dude, he needs to take lessons from me. Hey, send me an email if you want some classical guitar lessons. Critics pointed out that his technique is not refined. Yeah, where did he study? Where did he get his BA? And his skill level is sometimes exaggerated. Dude, I don't know by who. I don't think I would ever say that he's like a great guitarist. Those energy and creative ideas have helped him stand out. Many believe he's not as talented on guitar as people claim. Who claims that? His approach works for his music, but that doesn't mean he should be considered one of the greats. What really is playing guitar? And who's to say guitar should be played in a particular way? Sorry, that's not like something that I should be saying out loud. That's an inside thought. Let's hear a Jack White solo. Whoa, you playing freaking West Montgomery over here? Wait, you think that was sloppy? You don't like how that sounds? You're just a snob. That's what's wrong with you. The Edge from U2. I don't know anything about The Edge. I don't listen to him. I don't like him. We're skipping this one. Yngwie Malmsteen. Yeah. Dude, screw Yngwie. He sucks. Yngwie Malmsteen is known for playing very fast with classical influence. Hey, you call that very fast? He's freaking slowpoke, dude. While he's clearly skilled, many say he focused too much on speed and not enough on feeling or variety. That's just always the case, isn't it? Jack White, you got too much feeling. Yngwie, you got too much skills. You have too much skill to be in the running for the most skilled guitarist on earth. Sorry, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Though he has dude, this whole article is just filled with those and excuses. Though he has technical ability, he doesn't always lead to memorable songs. That is facts. Wow. I used to listen to a lot of Yngwie Malmsteen. I don't remember a single song of his. Some believe he plays to show off instead of trying to create something lasting. If you ask Yngwie, I bet he'd say, like, I don't want it to last. I want to play it fast. The penultimate Jimmy Page. Dude, shout out to Buzzy Jams, by the way. He's not one of the best. Jimmy Page is a classical guitarist, I'm pretty sure, based on the counterpoint that we heard in that. Jimmy Page helped define hard rock guitar in the 1970s. Dude, when it comes to rock music, could Jimmy Page even be one of the greatest? Like, rock barely even existed then. He was too busy, like, actually creating the genre to even be good at it. His riffs and solos are famous, but his playing wasn't always clean. Well, dude, he should be burned then. How did he win his competitions if he wasn't always clean? Oh my god, we need to take his trophies back. Critics often point out that his live performances could be sloppy, because he was drunk. He's famously drunk during his live performances. He played amazing, considering. And same goes for me, too, because I am also always drunk. Some also say he took too much from older blues songs without credit. What a horrible thing. Everything you play just has to be completely original. While Led Zeppelin's music is legendary, Page's guitar work has its flaws. Fans admire him, but his place on the greatest list is often based on the band's fame more than consistent high-level guitar playing. Dude, finally, someone who actually deserves to be on this list. Slash. I used to love Guns N' Roses growing up. You go through phases in life. I still know Guns N' Roses, like, riffs. I will never forget them, and that's just something that I hold as a guitarist. So even when I say, oh, I don't like Slash that much, it's like, well, he doesn't know any of my licks. Okay? Like, Slash is best known for his look, top hat, wild hair, and sunglasses. Critics argue his solos often rely on simple patterns and sound too similar. His playing can seem repetitive and doesn't show much variety. You have nothing else to say other than that. Can we get a Slash solo up in here? I don't know. I mean, I think that he might be the greatest on Earth. This is a Shreds video, by the way. This is overdubbed. It's not actually him. Before you guys get mad at me for slandering Slash. This article, I'm just gonna make some assumptions about it really quick. I know all about posting, like, slanderish kind of stuff online, because I do it, like, every day, basically. And it's always with the acknowledgement that I am, like, a classical snob, and it's a bit of, like, a thing that I do. And I try to relate it to the classical guitar in some way, like, things that I don't like about it, it's because it's unlike the classical guitar. This article, though, all they say about all these players is that they lack depth, creativity, and growth. I have no idea who the writer of this article is. I would love to see their dad blues band, though, and see how they actually solo. I guarantee you all the licks they use come from, like, half of these people. And you know what? Maybe the biggest joke of all here is that we have non-classical musicians, steel string players. They're all steel string, and they're trying to even rank themselves as if that's something you can even do. Ranking is for classical music, because that's what we do. We literally have competitions to determine, based on kind of arbitrary criteria, who is the best, technically the best. So you know what? If you show me a list of top classical guitarists, now we can actually have a conversation. But right now, what you've shown me is just a list of a bunch of freaking singer-songwriter, steel string players, and they all write subjective music, and they're all just expressing themselves, all that BS. None of them are technically the best, because they're all the same. They're all just playing music that makes them happy, and it's disgusting. And that's how I feel about it as a classical musician. And good day to you. Oh, look who we got here. Avoid the headaches 97% of guitarists fall into. He's the real greatest, okay? We didn't really watch the Music Is Win video, but props to him for getting 500,000 views on that article. How many views did this video get? Yeah, I think we can pretty much wrap this one up here. So, you know, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. Of course, if you want some classical guitar lessons, I'm not going to teach you any of this crap. Send me an email. There's a waiting list right now, so just send an email. And I don't have, like, automatic emails set up yet, but assume that once you send the email, you're on the waiting list. And yes, it helps if you kind of state your case a little bit. Maybe don't make it too long. Of course, if you want to be the one teaching guitar lessons, I have that OutSchool link. Good website. There are other ones, but OutSchool is the one that I have a referral code for. And I'm only doing that one because I'm familiar with it, and it's how I, like, made money for the first 4 years after college. Head on down over to Ruins Delight for some merch. Give me money. I don't mean to always be selling stuff to you, but this is Sore Hands. I'll see you in the next one.